Alright, what's up you guys? Wanted to make this video real quick, nothing too fancy. Wanted to make this video about how I, this weekend, about how I pulled 490 on my deadlift, which was super impressive for me. I wasn't pulling it for anybody in particular, other than just me. Pulling the 490, I was super happy with that. I kind of treated, yesterday I was supposed to max out and I did, and I treated it more like a meet where I had 3 attempts and I was just gonna give my 3 attempts and that's it. So I first started out with 455 as my first attempt, which I got up very easily, which was really cool. So since that first attempt went by so fast, like I was able to get it up pretty quick, felt super comfortable, I felt like my back was staying flat and I was able to drive pretty well. I kind of got ballsy and went up to 475, which is about a 10-pound PR from last month, which is super cool. So 475, got it up quick, felt good, felt strong, and here it is. So after 475, I've always had the number 500 in my head, and I can't wait to hit 500. But I didn't want to jinx it because 475 was already a pretty big jump. So I went up to 490, which was super scary. But since 475 went up so quick, I just aggressively went to the bar and just did it. Now, granted, here's my 490. After doing the 490, my form wasn't that great. It was kind of ugly. My back was rounded. I probably wasn't using my glutes as effectively. But when you're lifting 110% of your 1 rep max, you know, somewhere in that range, it tends to get like that. But that's all right. I'm not doing that like every training session or whatsoever. During my training sessions, every rep looks really, really good, and that's what I try to do. But so as far as how I got that much improvement, so I started out 405 about 2 months ago, and that's what I programmed for. That wasn't my true 1 rep. I just conservatively said 405, which I probably could have lifted like 430 when I first programmed that for my first cycle. I did my first cycle, which was only 4 weeks. After that 4th week, I kind of took a deload / max set, which I count as a deload because the volume wasn't there. I was only going for a 1 rep max. And for that first cycle, I went all the way up to 465, which I've never pulled that before in my life. And 465 went up kind of slow. I was kind of rounded, but I was very surprised with myself and very happy with that. So going into this next training cycle, only a month later, to pull 490 is insane. And I think that just shows that I have a lot of potential for my deadlift, and I can't wait to continue training. For my next training cycle, I'm not going to put 490 as my 1 rep training max for my next cycle to train on. I'm probably going to put more like 460 or 470 so I can get really good at moving the weights that I need to sub maximally at 470 or 460-ish. And really just get good at that. So super excited to continue moving on. Now I am going to be dropping a little bit of weight here, so we'll see how my my decrease in weight affects my lifting and my deadlifting. But the best thing I can tell you, my programming was super simple. I was deadlifting twice a week. I was doing deadlifts on Tuesday, and then right after deadlifts I would do front squats and RDLs, and then on a Friday I would do sumo deadlift. So Tuesday was a conventional deadlift, which was my main lift, and that's my primary lift. And then Friday I would do heavy squats, and then right after do sumo deadlift. So this is my secondary deadlift, but doing it twice a week. So I find that for me, higher frequency deadlifting more times throughout the week helps my strength tremendously. My bench went up a ton because I was benching 3-4 times a week. So as far as my body, as far as my journey, I don't know if this is for everybody, but for me, I've experienced the best gain from doing more frequency, anywhere from 2, 3, sometimes 4 times a week at one particular lift. So moving forward, I think I'm actually going to ramp up my deadlifting to 3 times a week and see how that goes. So I'm kind of easing into volume and easing into frequency. I think that it's not the greatest idea to go from, if you're benching 1 time a week or deadlifting 1 time a week, to go straight into 3 times, 4 times a week. I think you need to work into frequency and see what works for you. Some people, they only bench, squat, deadlift 1 time a week and they make amazing strength gains. So it's very individualized, whatever you guys like. But for me, higher frequency, 2 times a week, 3 times a week per lift has been working best for me. But I'm here about to go grocery shopping, but just want to make this quick video to recap over the weekend. So have a good day, you guys. Bye.